she's like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so she reaches up and then she takes off her bra and then in one motion flips off her bra and her shirt and has it in one hand and just kind of looks at me like I'm a piece of meat. Which, for those guys out there that have never had sex that aggressive and had a woman look at you that way, holy Hello and welcome back to Potty Mouth, the show where the jokes are dirty and our minds are dirtier. I'm Aaron, this is Blake.
How you doing?
And today on the Potty Cast is a one-night stand, just one night. We're going to dive into that today, but also Happy New Year's Eve, kind of. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. Hope your holidays were fantastic, wonderful. I know we didn't see you last Friday because of the holidays, and these next 3 episodes are actually going to be pretty short due to the holiday season. But we appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, go ahead and do that because why not? And we'll see you in 2020. So, one night stands. Have you had them?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people have had a form of one night stand. I don't know, like to the degree. That's kind of why we brought this up because I don't know what degree or to what degree you've had a one night stand. So we're going to find out how many each of us has had, and then we're going to talk about a few, starting right now. So Blake,
Let's dive right in.
let's just do it. How many one night stands have you had? What's that number?
Good question.
Okay, great. Let's answer that question. Let's move forward with that question.
Oh man, I'd have to say about maybe 8.
8 one night stands?
Maybe.
That's not too bad.
And it's the sad part is most of them were not intentional.
Yes, we have talked about that.
Yep.
How you were like, you went into it like, hey, maybe it's a relationship, and then it was not a relationship. It was just a one night stand.
Almost every time.
Excuse me.
I am not a player.
So wait, so there were 8 one night stands. How many of those were just one night stands for you? Like, how many did you go into the mindset like this is just one night stand?
I think 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was actually, I already knew like it was actually mutual.
Oh, okay. So it's like, hey, you want to hook up? Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, all right. So who was she?
I will not say. And she probably would not want me telling either.
Why is it like an embarrassing thing?
No, it's just something that nobody knows about.
Oh, okay. How long ago was this?
College.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think all but one was in college.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not too bad then.
Yeah. I mean, because I didn't really have any relationships during college.
Right. Oh yeah, you didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Or high school for that matter. Shoot.
So you weren't a big huge romancer in high school. Like that wasn't just for what you talked about.
No.
No, you're just kind of like
I
doing
didn't
my
really
own
think
thing.
about it too much.
Yeah. If you couldn't tell, I got some sun. I went to a warmer climate. I think we're both a little tan.
I was gonna
'Cause
say,
I'm
I was
looking at the monitor. I'm like, dude, I have a farmer's tan. I went down south. I went golfing. It's a great week, and so much fun. But yeah. So we've been kind of getting into golf more recently, just because we have a little more downtime and it's time to go out and get. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. So what about you?
Yeah, so me. Let's see. So I've slept.
How many have you had?
I've been with 20 people,
20? Okay.
and not out of those 20 people. Let me look. I have a list.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on. I mean, I'm not a perv. I had the list. Because we knew we were talking about this. Shut up. It's fine. You know what?
They're not saying anything.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
13?
14.
14.
So 14 of the 16. The rest were girlfriends. So,
You mean 14 out of the 20?
or 14 to 20. So I had 6 girlfriends and 14 one night stands.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I guess the biggest question we should answer is, what is a one night stand? So what is a one night stand?
Shoot. A one night stand to me is basically, I mean, it could be someone that, you've already developed a kind of relationship with, or it could be someone that you just met, right?
Yeah, right.
So one night stands to me would be kind of like, you got together that night or whatnot, had sex, and then after that, it was kind of like you split apart.
Did you ever talk? Like, do you ever talk to that person again?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like you're completely getting rid of them forever. It's just one of those like,
Yeah,
we're gonna just be acquaintances.
Yeah, it was kind of like, all right, well, that was fun. See you later.
Yeah. So to me, I think I agree. I think one night stand is this one time. It could be
hence one night.
It could be twice.
Yeah.
But it has to be a long period of time in between the first time. I think it'd have to be a long period of time before you do it again.
I would agree.
And then you can have the sexy time and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But there has to be a gap in between that time, and you can't really communicate like a relationship between them. It's just like a relationship.
What would you say the minimum of that gap should be? I'm curious.
It's a good question.
I would say at least.
I was gonna say 3 months.
Same here. I always go by the 90-day cycles.
Yep. If 3 months, if you basically one night stands for me were booty calls that I needed something, so I would just I didn't have any luck at wherever I was going, and I was just like, all right, want to hook up? Yeah, sure.
Hey, if it's mutual, go for it.
I had a couple booty calls before me and my wife got it was like a consistent booty call thing.
Really?
Yeah, I had 3. Know who they are, know the names.
Not gonna mention them.
Not gonna mention them.
Okay.
Nah, I shouldn't.
I was gonna say like I wouldn't.
I don't think they'll watch the show, but I don't want that off chance that one of them does.
Well, even if they do, you don't want
somebody digging back through my past to find who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So we won't give out that kind of information.
No. What was your best one night stand?
Oh shoot. It had to be when I was it would have to be when I was dog sitting for a friend of mine. Ended up having a girl over. We've been chatting for quite a while.
Okay. I was like, there was a girl there, and you just decided to
Yeah, they mixed it up and no. But that'd be funny.
It would be funny.
It's like, oh hi,
hello.
let's dog sit together.
Oh God.
Doggy style.
Anyway.
But no, I mean, so they had a hot tub, swimming pool, all that kind of jazz. So I kind of made it like, hey, why don't you just come over? We'll hang out, and we'll get to know each other a little bit better, have some drinks, and just chill.
Yeah.
So she came over, we hung out for a little bit, and just ended up like it just kind of happened that way.
Right.
But literally the next day, it was kind of like ghost. It was so funny.
Like she ghosted you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some
communication.
Yeah, I mean, like there were some reasons behind it that I found out, and but I won't say them because of the factor of like if she watches this.
Would she know the reasons? Just don't say names. Just tell us the reasons.
Well, she was what I did not know, and this was because like I didn't really know her that well.
Right.
Like we just met for the first time, kind of deal. But apparently she was going through some like family issues along with some addiction issues that I didn't know about.
Fantastic.
And
sex and drugs. That's just a way to...
Yeah.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Apparently so. But it was probably the best I've had on that spectrum.
Best sex you've ever had?
On that spectrum.
Oh, on that spectrum. Okay.
What about you?
My best?
On that spectrum.
On that spectrum? Well, I mean... Okay, hold on. I gotta dive into this.
Oh, jeez.
My wife's not here today, so it's all right. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna get real with you guys. There is a one night stand. She is the best sex that I've ever had.
Okay.
Just hands down.
Literally.
And she was a U.S. Army Ranger.
Okay.
And it was just fucking insane. Like, holy crap. I'm not going to say names because I don't think that she would. She's a U.S. soldier. I don't think that it's not necessary, but.
Sounds like she kept you in attention.
Yeah. What I'd do for my country. Like, just super hot. And just, yeah, fantastic. Hands down the best sex I've ever had. Like, it was just intense and aggressive and
she was the bomb.
Passionate. Huh? Yep. You got any more puns? You can keep throwing them at me. But yeah, dude, it was just insane. Like, so I show up and we're chilling. And she's like, do you just want to hang out for a little bit? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But we messaged, so we knew what we were there for.
Okay.
Like, we were going to hook up, and that was the deal. Like, she had a 2-hour window, and that was it. So I show up, and she smokes her vape pen or whatever for a little bit. We're listening to some music, talking, asking about some basic bullshit that you ask just because you want to pass some time.
Sure. How was your day?
Not like that. More of where are you from? Basic first date kind of questions.
Oh, gotcha.
Just to kind of get an idea of who you're about to fuck. Do you have any STDs? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah. And so I asked her, I'm like, okay, well, I have condoms or if we need them or whatever. And she goes, oh no, don't use a condom. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I hate them and they're stupid. And I was like, okay, well, are you on birth control or whatever? And she's like, yeah, I have that. The military won't let you get pregnant, so I have that AUD thingy or whatever.
Won't let you get pregnant?
If you're a soldier, you shouldn't try to get pregnant.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you're gonna have sex, they're gonna make sure that you can't have kids at the moment. So it's very controlled.
Okay.
So she's like, no, you're fine. And I was like, okay, well, you're clean, right? And she's like, yeah, I get tested every 2 weeks because of the military. And I was like, okay, whatever works. So she stood up off the bed in front of me, and she's like, are you ready? And I was like, yeah. And so she reaches up and then she takes off her bra, and then in one motion flips off her bra and her shirt and has it in one hand and just kind of looks at me like I'm a piece of meat. Which, for those guys out there that have never had sex that aggressive and had a woman look at you that way, holy fuck. It is something to behold, man. It is.
So you're the chick in this scenario.
Sure. I don't. Yeah.
No, I'm not downgrading.
Yeah. No.
Legitimately, that's.
It looked like she was just hungry. She was it was insane. And so then she holds it, and then she kind of just drops the shirt, and then she turns around, unbuttons her pants, puts her legs together, and then bends over and just kind of pulls her pants down.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God. And now she was wearing baggier clothing when I got over there.
Okay.
So when she took her clothes off, she's 5'8", right? 130 pounds. Basic. She didn't tell me this shit. It's based on what I think. But she was oh my God. It was boom. Wait, hold on. For those of you watching, for those of you listening, you're just gonna hear this for a second. It was boom, boom, boom. It was. Oh my God. It was
the hourglass.
Complete all the way through. She had B cups, so just enough to fit in your hand, but not overwhelming. like just the whole package, dude. And so then she like grinds on my face for a little bit, and then then she goes down on me. Then we do like a 69. Then we go into our first position, and then we do that for like 10 minutes, and then I flip her over, and then I start going aggressively on her for another 10 minutes, and then we flip it around, and she grinds on me for like 5-6 minutes, and then I went down on her again. She went down on me again, and then we kept going. It was like a 45-minute to an hour long session, both just like dripping in sweat, but it's like sexy sweat.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she like grabbed my back and like, dude, I can't go into it. Like, it's just, actually, I can go into it. This is just fucking incredible.
I'm just glad he's sitting down.
It was just
he's like replaying all this.
Yeah, it's going through my head again. So then to finish off, I put her in doggy. And then so to like finish off the whole thing, we're like, I'm going to town, basically just like power thrusting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you always got to ask, you always got to be like, where do you want it? Like that kind of thing, which apparently turned her on. Because she was like, just do me harder. And I was like, oh, okay.
That works.
And so then I went off and kind of just laid on the bed for a couple minutes.
Need a Gatorade.
Cuddled for a second, and then she got up, gave me a kiss, and then got dressed. I got dressed. We gave each other a hug, walked out. Haven't talked to her since.
She gave her the...
I will now. Salute to you. Dude, just no offense to my wife. I love her to death, and we have some really crazy, wild sex. But
well, I'm sure she could say some stories too.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, it's everyone's got the past.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But to go into that,
sure.
With a one night stand,
mm-hmm.
Let's say you guys go another round. Would that still be considered a one night stand? Just because, like, I know it says one night.
That was a one night stand, yes. If you do it again, no, that one's not a one night stand.
I'm talking about the same. So, like, let's say, for instance, like, so the male obviously already gets off or whatnot.
Right.
You take a break or something, and you go right back into it that same night.
Oh, it's still a one night stand.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's still within the 24-hour period.
Because the best one I've had, we literally did all night. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it was...
Is it the same story? Different one?
Same.
Ooh.
I just thought about this because, like, oh, wait a minute. It was actually more than...
Once.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one night, but more than once in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, so... Oh, man. I know it's... Yeah, I got to cool down for a second. It's got a little hot in here.
But yeah, I was going to say, is like that. Now, I was told that, and no offense to anybody out there, but a lot of people have told me that military women are freaks when it comes to that.
To answer your question, yes. Yes, they are. They are 100% freaks.
At least from the experiences you've had. Man. Now, I'm sure not all of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm sure like not all of them are, but maybe the majority have. But I'm sure it's probably more of like the mindset because.
Yeah, probably. She was a very free spirit. Like,
sure.
Yeah, very much in that form. So it's just. But yeah. But do you think like one night stands are becoming more of a thing now too?
It is.
Like
especially because I think it's really because of the factor of a lot of women are trying to be a lot more independent.
Yeah.
So they really don't want to get tied down right away.
Right.
But they have needs just like males do.
Sure. No, I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
Plus, we live in a world that's like a lot more fast paced.
Right.
You know, they don't want to like try to slow anything down. I don't know. That's my theory.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below. Like we said, these episodes are going to be a little bit shorter this week just because of the holiday season and everybody really being busy, including us with our own families. So if you like this episode of Potty Mouth, make sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, or watch it here on YouTube. If you're watching it here on YouTube, make sure to like this video so that we can keep bringing you fun, silly, goofy content like this.
That's right.
And with that being said, that's all for this episode of Potty Mouth, and we will see you next time on the Potty Cast.